Mark Waid and Mahmoud Asrar reveal the truth as Batman and Alfred descend into the magical world of the House of Secrets to uncover what has happened to Damian, who was pulling his strings. Mark Waid continues to build out his magical Batman and Robin storyline with more great ties to his World's Finest book and Williamson's Robin book, bringing everything together as Batman sorts through the mystery of his son's change of heart. I enjoy that Batman is dealing with something he actually doesn't have a handle on and actually dislikes greatly since he cannot use magic very well, and thanks to that, the hero is constantly frustrated, and Waid captures that frustration during his trip into the House of Secrets, since nothing is moving on as he wants it to be and nothing adds up, and it adds this fatherly urgency to all of what Batman is doing since he just wants to help his son. Nezza also gets more page time now that the cat is out of the bag, and so is most of his plan, which is still mostly shrouded in mystery, but we get a little bit of what's happening here with him capturing magical items and using Black Alice to power it all and channel it all into the Helmet of Fate, which no doubt we'll see him or Mother Soul wear in the next couple of issues. But what I'm really looking forward to is Nezza continuing to mess with Batman, since we learned that Alfred in this issue isn't really Alfred, it's the Devil Nezza just messing with Batman, and or Alfred, this version of Alfred is working for Devil Nezza. Damian also becoming the new Batman ahead of schedule was fun, and I'm hoping we see Waid borrow more notes from Grant Morrison when he birthed the character all those years ago in Batman 666. Mahmoud Asrar again goes all out thanks to the magical nature of the adventure Batman is going on, doing some pretty wild things to help clearly convey Waid's story, putting everything through a very horror-esque lens, yet giving it a very brighter colour palette instead of the usual darker one that Batman is usually given in his stories. Batman vs. Robin issue 2 continued Waid's expansive story by connecting more dots to his other books that he's laid out over the last couple of months, while clearly laying out the story so far to both the characters and to us the readers, as well as signposts where the characters are all headed. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Batman vs. Robin issue 2 heads to Atlantis, where Tanarak and his companion head to the Shrine of Arion, using their mystical and elemental powers to break its seal and take the mystical gem of Arahan, which is a secret portal to the Dark World. Atlantis' guards arrive, confronting the invaders, but Tanarak uses his powers to turn up the nitrogen in their air, choking them all out. Tanarak knows that he is becoming more powerful, and soon they all will, heading back to see Mother Soul, where they are met by Clarion and Zor, who have taken Ragman's soul suit, literally peeling it off the back of Rory. Mother Soul tells them that Nezza is waiting for them to give their bounties, as the Devil Nezza demands the crying Black Alice shut up since she has been rewarded the opportunity to serve him. The woman refuses as Mother Soul consoles her, reminding her that her role is to drain whatever magical item they give her and transfer it into a chosen reliquary. Nezza forces her to transfer the Soul Suit's power into the Helmet of Fate, telling her that this is her final warning. Mother Soul finds Damian skulking in the shadows, but the boy knows that he's just distancing himself, not caring for Alice's suffering. Soul knows that they all have their roles, and his is the most important, hoping that he makes his great-grandmother proud. In Kentucky, Felix Force sees the Justice League appear on his fingers, trying to remember why he did this to punish them. Suddenly, the fingers come alive and crawl all over his body, their hands ripping at him as Batman says that his magic is going haywire and he needs to pull it back. Alfred tells Batman to let Felix go since he's going to hurt him, but Batman says that he's reliving an old attack on the Justice League and he's out of control, so he needs to choke him out and do it quick. Batman takes him down, sedating him as Alfred notices that the ground beneath them is beginning to crack open as an old house appears on the hill in front of them. Batman doesn't know where they are, but this is where Zatanna sent them and they need to investigate to stop Damian's rampage. Batman and Alfred meet with Abel inside the house, learning that this is the House of Secrets. Abel says that the house welcomes company, especially if they have questions, but wants Batman to proceed with caution. Abel soon disappears as Alfred hears a voice through a door. Batman lights the route with a lantern from nearby, but the light barely pierces the black void, which the heroes soon fall into. A vision appears before them of Robin and the other warriors of Lazarus Island fighting a Lazarus demon. Batman goes to catch Damian as he is flung away from the villain, but the boy just phases through him, making Bruce realize that they are just watching a recording of sorts. Bruce remembers Robin telling him about this as Robin and the others manage to kill the demon, angering Mother Soul, who knows they have ruined everything for her since her champion was to burn away disease on Earth, all so it could be healed. Robin thinks that the woman is worse than her son, revealing to Flatline and the others that Mother Soul is Ra's al Ghul's mother. The vision fades as the soul says that her demon might have fallen, but another lives on in Damien's blood. Bruce and Alfred are taken to a cliffside as Bruce wonders why Damien never mentioned Mother Soul. He finds the island they are on to be familiar as the heroes are overrun by small versions of the Lazarus demon. Batman soon spots a doorknob above him, reaching up for it as everything goes green and they are brought out of the nightmare. Outside they meet Kane, who isn't impressed with the nightmare his brother Abel gave them. Kane alludes to having killed Abel, as is his way, as he opens another doorway for the heroes. The heroes are taken to an empty theater where they are welcomed as honored guests. Batman tells Alfred that they have to just play along thanks to the dream logic, but he assures his friend that he is losing patience. Mother Soul appears, explaining how disappointing her Lazarus demon was, but she knows the Lazarus resin better than anyone else, and how it was refined from a Chinese potion of resurrection and immortality, made from the blood and tears of a grieving father. Soul reveals that she knows the potion was given to the man's son, turning him into a demon who could serve her needs, but he was imprisoned. However, the blood connection between the demon and the resin might free him, and Damian Wayne is to wield the key that will unlock the jail cell. Batman begins to piece the investigation together as the theater is flooded with Lazarus resin, choking the heroes who return back to their House of Secrets. Batman tires of the games the house is playing, knowing that they will find what Mother Soul did to Damian even if he has to burn the place down. Batman grapples the appearing Cynthia, who along with her sisters Mildred and Mordred make their appearance known, telling the heroes that the witching hour approaches and their time is running out. She turns into Talia al Ghul, but Batman knows that she's just playing tricks. The woman isn't so sure, wondering if Batman wants to know the final truth about Damien's transformation. Talia tries to stab Bruce, who says that the real Talia smells of jasmine and rose, but this version doesn't. Batman and Alfred are dropped into a pit where they witness Damien use the key Mother Soul gave him to open the prison of the devil Nezza. Bruce rushes to stop the boy, remembering what's buried there, but it's too late as the devil is freed. Batman remembers how he and Superman defeated Devil Nezza years ago and buried him there, telling Alfred that this devil is the deadliest magical warrior who ever lived and he can enslave the entire world with his power. Nezza attacks Damien, possessing the boy, finding it perfect that the son of his jailer, the Batman, is there, since there is no better weapon to use against Batman than family. Batman realizes his son was possessed this entire time and Nezza has possessed others, turning them into his messengers of death. Damien suddenly attacks them, blasting the duo back into the house as he reveals that he was really in control of Cain, Abel and Cynthia this whole time, literally puppeteering them with strings, as he says that the story is over, but then again, Batman's whole life is a story, one about a lonely wounded boy desperate for companionship that he invites other kids into his trauma. Robin tells him that every story has to end as he begins burning the house down, just like Batman wanted to do. Bruce and Alfred desperately try to find an exit as Damian proclaims that the Dark Knight is powerless in a realm he barely comprehends and the hero is out of his depth and out of hope, so he should just lay down and die. Damian leaves, knowing that Batman will escape the mansion, but his spirit is rattled. Damian knows that his father makes his next move and his greatest skill is being able to improvise under any circumstance, something Mother Soul thinks that Robin should combat by meeting Batman at his level, gifting Batman his own Batman costume so he can claim his destined birthright. Damian asks if it comes with accessories and Mother Soul asks what is a Batman without his Robins, revealing that she has possessed the rest of the Bat family for Damian to command. Batman meanwhile tries to determine who else Nezza has possessed, knowing the demon has made him angry by possessing his son. He knows they can't call in Superman since he can be possessed, so they are on their own and they'll have to go and save Damian and topple Mother Soul and Nezza all alone. Alfred says that he'll be there all the way, something Bruce is grateful for as it's revealed that Alfred is really the devil Nezza in disguise, who says he's just there to keep an eye on Batman.